All right, what do you want? What's your intro song? We're just gonna throw it out. We're gonna do it.
BMF.
Hell yeah. Okay, for sure. Blowing money. Oh, it's in my library. That's why I don't have that in my.
BWMWF.
BW.
Yeah, BWMWF. I'm sorry, B.
Dot
Period.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, what kind of search function?
www.bmf.com.
Your ass is loving this. I like that.
I think I'm Big Nick. Larry Hoover.
Welcome.
Hello.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 of the boys in, I was about to say the buddies. The buddies on football. The boys in Noho boys. Noho bros.
Boys, a.k.a. Top Bins Podcast.
A.k.a. Top Bins Podcast.
Still in fluctuation, but we're just rolling with it.
We're just figuring it out.
Trying to figure it out. Yeah, man.
What's good? Oh, first of all, this must be said.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, Ousmane Dembele is now officially in Barcelona. And we've just been watching some quality here. We've just been watching some absolute quality. And it must be shown. I think you can
Mind you, he was unveiled in front of 17,000 fans.
17,000 fans?
The stadium fits close to 100,000.
Yes, stadium fits close to 100,000. Camp Nou.
He cost $125 million. And
he's juggling trying to do the rainbow, and it just hits his butt. Like sometimes it happens. The worst part is that he tries to come and recover. He's just he misjuggled.
Yeah.
Then he runs up to it. He's like, let me just rainbow it one time. No, does a pirouette.
The funniest thing is when he misjuggles, he takes a glance up to the crowd.
They didn't see that. Nah, of course not.
Oh no. And then he tries to do a Rabona. Is that what it's called?
Rainbow.
A rainbow.
Rainbow, yep.
And hits it off his ass. And then he goes to juggle some more. And it's like, bruh, they unveiled you as the second most expensive player ever. And you can't even juggle the ball for longer than 6 seconds.
Guess what he's going to say? I can score goals, though.
Yeah.
I can beat defenders, though.
He was killing in Germany.
Killing in Dortmund.
He definitely
and killing for France.
Yeah.
And killing for France.
He's definitely in double figures in both assists and goals. And what was he, 19 last year?
19.
Playing for Dortmund, so.
Small ting.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
Though. He'll be totally okay.
Yeah.
Playing with Messi and them.
Yeah. I mean... I think he'll figure out how to figure it out at least.
Yeah. Big price tag though.
Big price tag.
And you're replacing Neymar, which is you're replacing the best player.
Yes, you're replacing the best player in that position. Are you replacing him? No, I mean
kind of sort of. Yeah.
What do you think about Phil Coutinho? Is he coming? Where will he fit?
I think
What's going on over here?
I don't know. If Liverpool plays hardball, I really do believe that he'll stay. And if he does, then they need to actually make a ballsy decision and buy some defenders. Because offensively...
Barca does?
No.
Liverpool. Liverpool's been needed some defenders.
Yeah.
Offensively, they've been powerful.
Yeah, but if he actually goes to Barcelona, then that creates a whole new dynamic. Because then you'll have Dembele, who's feeding off of Coutinho, with Messi, with Suarez.
That same three-point system.
Yeah, and then you have Rakitic,
Dembele on the wing,
and Busquets, and all you really need to do is, I'd say they need to buy a really top tier center back.
We didn't talk about this, and maybe this happened just this week. Paulinho. Now they have a defensive. What is he? A defensive midfielder? A box to box? I can't really. I see him as a box to box only because I know him for his defense. Mm-hmm. But no. he's known for his defense, I guess. But when I see him balling for Brazil, he's scoring goals. He's like the furthest man up sometimes, and it's really Fernandinho who's sitting back and watching the backs.
Well, what does he play though? If he's going to play, like you're going to play over Busquets?
Well, that's the question. That was exactly how far has Busquets gone in this? You know,
he's one of their best players.
How old is Busquets?
Like,
How old is
like
Busquets?
28, 29, I want to say.
Sergio?
Yeah.
Let's
He's won everything.
nip that in the bud right now.
As long as they've been winning outside of, I think, one Champions League.
29. He's
been
living.
there.
You're right.
Like,
And he's won every goddamn trophy.
he was won every major trophy there is to win.
There is to win.
Played with
Team trophy, not really individual trophy, of course.
But he should win trophies.
I agree.
He's been super solid. Like for a really tall, like lanky guy, like his touch is unreal. Unreal.
Does being tall and lanky dictate whether your touch make you have a worse touch?
I guess so, because when you're playing in Spain and you're around more agile players,
yeah, these little
like
fuckers.
The movement is so fluid, and he fits that movement, but he just looks super.
He is.
lanky.
He's gangly. He's gangly.
Very gangly. And so it's like, how are you able to move?
And he tackles
your feet that quick in order to pass the ball.
Shit, I mean, Pastore, I feel like they're the same looking player.
Again, blasphemy. Javier
Pastore's footwork is unbelievable, and I would actually go as far as to say is his footwork is better than fucking Busquets.
Bruh, you're out of
absolutely surpasses. Busquets is good at avoiding. Like he's probably great in 5v2. He's probably he knows exactly where to go to get away from getting tackled.
That's not true. That's not true, but proceed.
Okay, but Javier Pastore will embarrass the fuck out. I mean, Busquets will embarrass the hell out of you too, but he'll embarrass somebody who's coming to try to take the ball from him.
Yeah.
And I know, and that sounds weird because as an offensive player, people are trying to take the ball from you all the time. But Busquets, it is embarrassing you while you're taking. Like they're rushing Busquets, but no, I mean Pastore. Pastore is like going at you. I don't think Busquets and Pastore is not that quick either.
Yeah. So
to be beating players like that, I don't know. I wait. So why is that blasphemy anyway?
Well, it's blasphemy because Pastore can't even get a game for fucking PSG. And
shit, he was PSG's number 10 last year. How many goals? There it is.
Bruh.
I'm fact checking everything these days.
Fact check the games played in the last 8 years, and Busquets is going to be playing
games played for sure.
Single
important games, any game,
every single major.
Never
small Malaga.
Not saying Pastore is a better or more important player to his team.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I think Javier Pastore's foot skill is much cleaner than Busquets.
I disagree, but
Busquets is clean.
But
I mean,
Busquets is also
is a center midfield though. You know, Javier Pastore has to take that gangliness to a.
Yeah, but I don't get how you can't even get a spot over what's his name, Rabiot or Rabot? Like
Pastore's offensive. Rabiot's a center midfielder.
Yeah, but he's scoring goals though.
He is scoring goals.
Pastore is,
and that's what I think that's what I'm noticing in soccer these days. Like these midfielders are just making these runs and becoming like. And I think Matuidi was really good at it back in the day, and then they found his game. I said back in the day, last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Like true box to box.
True box to box.
He goes back and forth.
Right. But not only does he go back and forth, then when they have the ball on the wing and the strikers have made their runs, the attacking mids have even made their runs, you get that late freaking run from a Rabiot, a Pastore.
Yeah.
You're getting goals. A Ramsey, fucking... well, not Ramsey lately. Speaking of which, speaking of going back all the way to Philip Coutinho, who might be going to Barca. Philip Coutinho plays for a team. What's their names?
Liverpool.
I guess they don't walk alone. Liverpool.
I
yes.
saw somebody this morning with that as their license plate moniker.
You'll never walk alone.
Yeah.
Or never.
It was
some.
Yeah. It was like the little acronym with the year. I think it was 92. Like the.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How did you place it? Like how?
No, it was.
You'll never.
Yeah.
YNWA 92.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah.
You were just like, oh fuck, a Liverpool fan, or did he have like
No. That was it.
Okay, Da Vinci. It's over here analyzing. Yeah, You'll Never Walk Alone, 96.
No, right. It was literally like I was like at a stop right behind him. So I was like, oh, he's
You're
obviously
like, really? He's obviously
Liverpool
a Pool fan.
That's
Yeah.
ironic because I was thinking about tweeting Joe Scarborough from Morning Joe because he reps his mug.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, like a big one. So I almost tweeted him before the game, but thankfully I didn't because that would have turned out to be.
It would have turned out to be a roast sesh.
Bad. Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I don't do too many roast sessions on here, but let's go ahead and go down the Arsenal blunder this weekend. Those of you who don't know, they got their asses whooped 4-0. Was it 4? Was it 3, 4, 5?
4.
I don't know.
4-0.
Mane was going off.
4-0.
We don't need to talk. We can talk about the Liverpool players that we're impressed with first. But let me just hear one time from Jared's mouth how Arsenal was able to put this bad of a performance together. How this team with this newfound purpose, this manager who's gonna leave in 2 years, he wants shit right. Alexis Sanchez. We got all the players. Ozil. We got Giroud. He's in form. Giroud ain't even touching the field. We got Lacazette. We just brought over Lacazette. Woo! Lacazette scored in the first 32 seconds of his first debut appearance. Tell me what happened, brother. I want to know. Exactly. Enough said. Arsenal fans, you around the world, I feel bad for you. Genuinely bad for you, and this is why. Because typically, it takes until around December. No, shit. Actually, you guys do pretty well in December. I'm going to go ahead and say all the way into February, March for you guys to start realizing that this shit is going downhill. Yet, it is week 3. It is week 3, and shit is just declining.
We're literally in crisis.
It's crisis mode.
Game to the season.
It is crisis mode.
It's warranted because the performance that they put in, it was shocking. Like literally, like it was so bad that Arsene was even, so he was being asked questions and the announcer worded the question almost as an insult, but it was still, it was still
How does it feel to be so fucking bad?
No, so he asked, how does it feel to, I think he said have lost the game, but to also have played so terribly.
Yep.
And it was like, damn, fam, like he's gonna ask him like that right after the game? It's like, bruh. And to his credit, he was like, I can't make an honest assessment of the game because
I just watched it. I'm emotional as hell.
Yeah. It's like I'm just walking down the tunnel. I'm forced to do this right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna throw any players under the bus or anything. But my perspective changed on this because I think that he is taking the brunt for the club's failure to be ambitious and to be ruthless.
I mean, he should take the brunt, right? He's the one not buying players.
No.
Isn't he not only the coach but like also the GM?
So yes.
You can't buy players. You have this war chest.
So it's twofold in a sense that it's not all his fault because the organization has to kind of
sign off,
set an example.
Oh, you're saying the organization has to set it? How?
So
by going, we're buying this player. Fuck you. And fuck you, legendary coach that we won't fire.
So he has so much power because he built the stadium that they're in. I mean, he didn't literally build it, but it's like through his work.
Through his work.
They are in this beautiful stadium now.
Absolutely.
And considered one of the top teams in Europe.
Yes. Or Thierry Henry's work, tomato, potato.
Or a bunch of guys' work. A bunch of guys. Vieira, Perez, Bobby, once again, like I say, Keown, Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, so on and so forth.
He's getting a little excited about the good days.
Right.
Let's get back to the Koscielnys and the Sanchez's and the Shakas and the Bellerins.
Wow. Yeah. So anyway, so the club, the owner Stan Kroenke has to be more ruthless, like a Roman Abramovich. You guys lose 5 games, that coach might get fired.
Absolutely.
And
as a Chelsea fan, I actually don't like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes,
but I mean, it sets a precedent. It's like if you're not performing, you're gone.
Yeah, we have excellence here, only excellence.
Exactly.
And we will have 10 coaches in a season to show you that won't be tolerated. You know.
Yeah. As you guys lost that game to Barca. Yeah. So the owner has to be more involved in the club, and he's not. He's also, if you don't know, the
it's
owner
American owned,
of
right?
the LA Rams. Yeah.
Owner of the LA Rams.
So that's going on. So you know, the fans feel like he's not interested in the team at all. Whereas when you see a PSG, you see Man City, Man U, Real, Barcelona, like they're going to spend top money for the top players because that's what you have to do now. And since Arsene has so much power in the club, they let him do what he does because marketing-wise, we're still one of the top teams in the world.
Absolutely.
So we're still making money.
Paper-wise, football-wise, you're top 4 every year for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
You've made Champions League.
Yeah. And so that's the problem with it. There's so much success, even though on the pitch we're playing like trash. So that comes down from the owner and the board and Ivan Gazidis, who's lied to the entire fan base, saying that, you know, when we move into the stadium, we'll be on par with teams like Bayern and Real, so on and so forth. And then he's constantly like kind of moonwalk back from that.
Yeah.
And finally,
you have to when you're not winning.
Yeah, and then finally, I think it was 2 years ago, he finally was like, yeah, we just can't compete. And it's like, then what was all that bullshit you were telling us earlier?
I wanted a new stadium. That's what that bullshit
Exactly.
was.
So that's the failure on the club side. Arsene's side, he's too loyal to his players. Way too loyal to his players. They're players like Theo Walcott.
Wait, let's go. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna go. Let's go back to the players who played in the game that they lost 4-0 to. Who is he too loyal to? I'll read you the starting lineup.
Yeah.
It was Czech in goal, Koscielny and Holding in the middle. No, Nacho was in the middle, wasn't he? Nacho was in the three Again, they're doing Nacho in the middle.
He is too loyal to Nacho Monreal.
He's too. So Nacho, of the three center backs, the 3 defenders he's out in the back, Nacho Monreal's got to go. That's just.
He has to go.
Even as a wing back, which is his natural position.
He's playing left center back though.
He's playing left center back.
He's 5'9".
Yes. However, how many Liverpool goals were headers? I mean,
1.
That's right. Yes, that is right. Yeah, 1. Okay.
I'm not sure if it was.
I don't know either. I can't remember. But
I don't know. And so
okay, let me keep going. Oxlade-Chamberlain, too loyal, or he just needs to pick it up a little bit more?
No. So he's playing him because he wants him to stay at Arsenal, which, if I'm reading correctly, which I can read, they're saying that Chelsea's agreed to a $35 million fee for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Oh my goodness!
Might be done before the transfer deadline, which is on Thursday.
End of the month.
Yeah, so he might be gone.
Ox coming to Chelsea. Early reports. We don't know yet, but.
So he might be gone.
He might be gone.
He might.
Yeah. Should we talk about that for a second? Because
I
Conte
think so.
must love these little wingers.
I think if he gets Chamberlain, he's already saying that he wants to build like a strong English core.
Yeah.
And that's why you're seeing
slowly replacing my fast, quick wingers like Willian with.
Well, no. So they're saying that Conte is trying to bring in Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Play a center mid.
Yep.
So that's him. You have a Chamberlain who wants to play in the center but can play that right wing back where Moses plays.
Yeah.
And he's
probably would thrive.
Exactly.
Would absolutely thrive in that right wing. Moses is absolutely having the best years of his career, I believe, here at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Especially in that position.
Yeah.
He's just not a good enough attacker or crosser to really, honestly, maybe a good enough scorer to really be a forward attacking player.
Yeah.
But he can get up and down the field just like Ox can. So I see that.
Yeah. So let's see.
Well, props to Conte. So we got Granit Xhaka, who he's only been there for a year.
No, I was on his
Last
train
episode title was
last
D
week.
riding. So
No. 3 games. He's giving the ball away
3 games.
3 times, and they scored 3 goals.
How many times do I have to say? He can pass the ball. He can shoot the ball. He can't
even pass the ball right now.
And he can tackle, but he just can't do it all at once. He just gives the ball away. Like,
right.
Why can't, or maybe he can't do it consistently. I guess I keep saying he can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
He can't do any of those consistently, and definitely not at the same time.
Going back for 1 second to Oxlade-Chamberlain, he isn't consistent. That's his biggest problem as to why he's not kicked on, and he's been injury prone. But moving forward, who are we talking about?
We were talking about Xhaka, but to get back to your point about Ox and his inconsistency, I see that a lot in Arsenal players. Period.
God.
What is
Fire
that?
The entire medical staff.
What is that? The medical staff? Is that
So I read an article.
Trainers.
I read an article that stated that we were the most injured club in like a given 10-year history of any club team. Like that's NFL.
Oh, of any team, of
NFL, any club team, in NFL, it's MLB, NBA. Like no one's had as many injuries.
What about like rugby or any? Is that also
any
included?
Club,
any club in the world, in sport, any club sport in the world. I am not surprised. That is tough to say too. Like I mean, there's sports where that you should football. You should just have injuries
all the time.
You do have injuries all the time. Yet for some reason, Jack Wilshere had
3 broken legs.
One person I remind you of all the time, Abu Diaby. Is that Abu Dhabi? Yeah. You remember him? Yeah. He was on the payroll for like 5 years.
Too loyal.
Yes, you're right.
Loyal.
So you're right. Maybe he wasn't really loyal. Well, I guess Alex Song wanted to leave.
Yeah, because Arsenal were becoming trash.
Yeah. I guess that worked really well for your career, Alex. But I don't know. Okay, Xhaka, we know about him. He's trash. I've been calling him trash for years. Maybe one day we'll finally figure it out.
He's subpar, not quite trash yet.
Subpar. He hasn't hit trash. You know who Granit Xhaka reminds? No, I can't even say that. I can't. I don't know who he. I can't put my finger on it. But the fact that he can just really. I'm done with Granit Xhaka. Let's move on. Hector Bellerin. I'm so over Granit.
Hector Bellerin is playing left.
He's actually y'all's golden boy, though. Left wing back. He's actually doing pretty well.
He didn't do too well this past weekend. However,
not this past weekend, but that was because
being a right-footed player playing left wing back against Liverpool, it's going to be hard.
It is going to be hard.
So I mean,
it's going to be even harder when Mohamed Salah's running past you and you don't know whether to stay forward or stay back because Nacho can't hold his end
or when you're attacking, you're using your right foot going down the left flank.
Absolutely, but I don't actually think he's been too poor in that. You don't see a lot of crosses from the left side,
which is a problem.
Yeah, so you're right. He has been poor. So, he's not a left wing back. Yeah. He's just not a left wing back.
But that's just him earning his bones. I'm not sure if it'll translate to a long career at Arsenal, but it'll help him in the future.
He'll be a baller at Barcelona. Unfortunately. He will ball out at Barcelona.
Next.
Aaron Ramsey.
Ham roll. Shout out to what's his face on Arsenal Fan TV.
Shout out to what's his face on
Arsenal.
We love ham roll. Danny Welbeck. God. I'm done with Aaron Ramsey anyway.
Ramsey is at this point for me.
That one season when you scored 24 or whatever, 27
it was like
goals.
13, 14.
It was only 13, 14 goals.
Troops TV.
Felt great.
Shout out to you. Hamroll.
It felt like so much more.
No, but Aaron Ramsey, I was listening to the punditry on Sky Sports post game, and they were talking about how Aaron Ramsey is a central midfielder, but in every attack you always see him in the box.
Yeah.
And so when the team's counterattacking, it's just Granit Xhaka. And
Granit Xhaka's like, I know what to do. Let me go slide tackle this motherfucker and get a card.
Red card.
I know a good thing to do. Let me try to go cleats up at his knees.
Yeah. So
I could see that.
Based on that, and with Granit Xhaka's play not being good at all, really. We have no central midfield. We should have been sold Ramsey to Barcelona, or like there was some team who was said to want in for Ramsey, and we didn't sell him.
Who? West Ham?
Apparently it was Barcelona. I mean, there are always random clubs there. But if he were to be available, I would absolutely want to sell him.
Yes. If somebody would pay some good money for Aaron Ramsey.
Like $35 million, get out of here.
If I were I would have tried to get rid of him that year. He scored all those goals.
100%.
100%. You have it, midfielders. All right, so Danny Welbeck. So the other two players, Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil, they are what they are. They are. I have to say, they're superstars. They're superstars of the sport.
Are they superstars?
Yeah, I think, what defines a superstar of the sport? Like, Mesut has his own shoe deal. He is the face of Adidas soccer.
But is he a superstar, though? Like, he's a star. He's not a superstar.
Okay, star. I mean, but
Messi, Ronaldo, stars. Zlatan.
I feel like Messi, Ronaldo, legends already, like playing legends.
Okay. So then superstars. That's like a Paul Pogba.
Superstar is a Paul Pogba. Exactly. Zlatan. Mesut and Alexis, stars. Neither of them.
Stars.
Just stars.
Stars.
I like that star meter. We have legends. We have like playing legends, living legends, playing legends. What do we say? Superstars.
And then star.
So Pogba, easily superstar. That was a crazy rise to stardom he had too. It was legitimately in the last.
Well, he said, "Sorry, Alex Ferguson, I'm gonna go to Italy and play for one of the best teams ever, and get playing time
and boss up."
And then 3-4 years later, they buy him back for like $90 million
for
they could have had him the whole time.
40 times his selling price.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what's funny is the reason why the coach said no, because Paul Scholes came back to play. And so it's like Paul Scholes
or this young guy. Yeah, I mean that happens. That happens in football.
And Paul Scholes is one of the best players ever. So
yes,
for Man U and
for Man U especially, for Alex Ferguson especially.
So it's like and proven.
I hate to keep bringing up our past episode, but that might go back to, isn't Pogba's agent Cristiano's agent? No different guys.
Pogba's agent is the mob-looking guy.
That's right. We did look that up.
We did.
Big boss. I got to remember that. Well, shout out to Pogba's agent because he.
What's his name again? Minoli.
Minoreola. Yeah, he looks like a boss. All right, yeah, we talked about exactly that, and I forgot. Yeah. So that's.
Yeah. I don't understand how you buy a $50 million player and then don't play him in one of the biggest games early on in the season.
That was absolutely going to be the next question.
That makes no sense.
Substitutes who came on later, Lacazette.
As a left winger.
Which
is not his position. He scored 37 goals last season.
But he pushed him up, right? He had 3 up top.
Yeah, but he's playing on the wing. He's playing defense. Why is he playing defense that far back in that box? No.
Did he come? Olivier Giroud came on.
Yeah, but I mean,
dude's in form, and I cannot wait. It's the international break now. We're about to see France. France has got a fire squad.
France is lit. Dude.
Matter of fact, all right, we're gonna kind of shift away from Arsenal right now because that is just that's enough of that.
The season is done. We already know. I walked past my hallmate at work, and in the turnstile, and. It was
you do that nod.
Yeah, it was like,
that's right. We talk about it.
Yeah, we know. We did a little fist bump, and it was like, yeah, we know, we knew it. Okay, yeah, all right, see you, man. That was it. We've already talked about it ad nauseum. Now it's just like, okay. So now I think I'm to the point where I'm about to go on hiatus, dude.
Really?
Just like
hiatus from Arsenal fandom.
Yeah, just like I'm not gonna wake up for the games or go to the Arsenal bar for the games.
Yeah, don't go to the Arsenal bar.
You know what I mean? Like just
that bar's gonna be empty. All right, so we got.
That's so true.
Right, nobody wants to be there anymore. So we got France's squad. France got some call ups. Griezmann's back. Is this the latest? I don't know what sources. I don't have any reputable sources.
That Sky?
Okay, this is Sky. This is
Yeah,
reputable
yeah.
enough.
The Sky is absolutely.
So honestly, Instagram is my only source for things now. I just go straight to FFF.
Really?
They keep. Yep.
They
and
keep
FFF. So goalkeepers, Areola, the PSG dude,
Yep.
Hugo Lloris, of
Wait.
course. Did you see? This is another
Hold
thing.
on. What's Areola? Like is he? Where is he from? Like he's
Like
super
Filipino looking
Yeah.
to me. Areola.
So he's from France, but it's like what's his origin?
He's dog. That's like
he looks Filipino.
he's like Pacific Islander,
Taiwanese or some shit. Like I don't know.
All right, let's figure that
And
out.
Areola, like where?
Alphonse Areola. Let's see. He's from birthplace France.
No shit.
No shit. All right. Alphonse. We're gonna look this up live time and figure out who this guy is and where he's from. Wikipedia is lit with this. It's always like whose mother is of
Right.
like what do you
Mother
like,
is half Portuguese.
exactly of
half
this
Czech.
descent.
It's like what?
So born '93, obviously plays for PSG.
You're down to the early life.
Early life, yeah, it goes early career. It doesn't even say his early life. This must be some.
He's past probably.
Oh, here you go. It just says playing. He played for this club
Like a mystery still.
at age of 6. It is a mystery. Having pressed through the academy.
PSG. So obviously he's French, but what descent though?
Yeah,
Anyway.
you know how we both know. We just talked about it. Like they usually go mother, such
Yeah.
and such of.
So
All
I
right.
guess.
We're gonna keep that out as a question. Where is
Hey, Alexa.
Alphonse? Yeah. Hey Alexa, where is Alphonse Areola from? France. I knew that was dumb.
Alphonse Areola is originally from Paris.
I mean, that's more than we got so far.
right.
Thanks, Alexa. That he's from Paris. All right.
So the French team.
Yeah, the French team. All right, let's go back to the French team.
French
Yeah.
lineup.
We'll keep that as a question. Alexa, remind us in 20 minutes to figure out where Alphonse Areola is from, if we have nothing better to talk about.
Okay, I'll remind you in 20 minutes.
Thank you, ma'am. Hugo, Steve Mandanda. I'm gonna have to show you this video. It's on Instagram somewhere, but it might be on my favorite page. Shout out to Visiball on Instagram. But it shows Mandanda megging somebody, like just
He megged somebody?
Yeah, it was lit. It was lit.
The goalie megged somebody.
Yeah, it was so lit. Anyway, we're gonna go back. The goalie megged somebody. We'll find that.
By the way,
I will
this
send
is
the link.
Lit.
This is Did I send you this?
Yeah. No. We watched it.
We watched it together.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Video.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, watching the video of Flamengo versus the Brazilian Soccer League. Flamengo versus
Santos.
Yeah. Was it Flamengo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, because Ronaldinho was on the team at that time, and Neymar was on the team. And I've seen highlights from both of these games for years. I guess this happened. Neymar had been at Barca for 4 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
and it happened a year before that. So I don't know much math, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to say that's 2012. It happened 2011, 2012, but they both go off. Both Brazilian legends go off. It's unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, just type in Google.
They scored like 4 goals each.
Each team scored 4 goals.
And Neymar's footwork is probably some of the best footwork I've ever seen. And if you watch, was it like the 3rd goal where he bypasses like 4 players? It's
Fire.
like this kid's probably like 19 at the time.
Yeah, he was super young.
Just gliding through pro players like they're nothing.
Like it was nothing. Actually, I want to say in 2012, Ronaldinho was on like a Mexican team. So I feel like it was even earlier. He was like on Tigres or something. I don't know. Like, I'm just Googling everything.
America.
Flamengo versus America, right?
France.
Oh yeah, well, let's go back to France.
Yeah.
Like let's not get off topic. Regardless, here's what we got. We're still on the keepers. So Mandanda, he's Megan stuff.
Okay.
Benoit Costil, I'm gonna start watching him. I don't know much about him. We'll see.
Just name all the players that the big time players that we'll know.
Let's name all the big time players that we all know.
Some of these dudes.
So defenders, Christophe Jallet. This can't be right. This is already Sky Sports. I'm looking at 2000 nothing because that doesn't even make sense. Christophe Jallet. I saw Christophe Jallet, and the next one was Patrice Evra, and I was just like, nope, that's not it.
Wait. Is he playing somewhere this year?
He left Juve, and he didn't retire though. You're right. He went to. I want to say he went to
Marseille.
Was that it?
Marseille. They
did. That's right. Yeah. Is he originally from Marseille too?
I don't know where he's from actually.
He's playing for Marseille and he's starting. That's right.
Patrice Evra, France. I don't say legend. I'd say
I don't know. Legendary French wingback. He was a Man U captain and a France captain.
But he didn't win anything for France though. So
he didn't win anything from France.
But for Man U,
he would have won something for France.
A legend for Man U, I'd say.
Legend for Man U.
I mean, he bossed up at Juventus late into his late 30s. He's playing back in France.
And he's still balling.
Still balling. Class never.
He was born in Senegal and arrived and moved to Europe.
It's like most African players that play for France.
That's another reason why France is my favorite team to watch. I mean, I'm a patriot. I love the U.S. When the U.S. is playing, I'm always rooting for them. One thing I would really want to see is who I would root for if I was watching France versus the U.S. But I'd probably root for the U.S.
I have a question. Is that, man?
You just got to be a patriot. What is this? You know, I was talking to one of my boys, and he was telling me he's such a flopper. You know, he's like a LeBron fan. He's a Cleveland fan. He's
exactly what you're talking about.
But I was talking to no. You think you know exactly? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him one day, and he said something to me that was actually kind of profound. And he goes, why do we need to follow just one team anymore and be excited about them? Why can't we flop? We flop on everything else. And I was thinking to myself, low key, you go from I can't believe it's not butter to country crock like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you will upgrade. Like if a team's winning, a team's winning. You know, like you went from, I'm from Atlanta. We went from Moe's to Chipotle real quick. No questions asked. I was ready for it. Why can't we just jump on a team?
Moe's, dude?
We went from some taco shop.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
What is it? Why can't we do that with sports? Why can't we just flip? Because then it just doesn't really mean anything, does it?
It means nothing.
You have no real tie.
Yeah, you have no tie. Like I remember, I'm from LA, so like coming up watching the Lakers win their championships, like it was real out here, dude. Like I have memories of like my early teen years to my adulthood of us winning championships.
That's easy, but again, we're soccer fans in America.
But
how do you find those loyalties in a team in London?
Yeah,
when there's 4 other teams in London.
Yeah. No, I mean I've watched Arsenal since 2000, so that's 17 years now.
Yes. So you've been watching them. You watch. They had some of your favorite players on it, and you just had to follow them.
Yeah.
But and obviously when you were watching them, they were having the best years of their lives.
Yeah.
So I get that, but still, why can't now? I'll give you an example. Paul Pogba is one of my favorite players on earth right now. That guy is just fun to watch. It's the small stuff he does for me. Man United has a lot of some of my favorite players on earth. I love Martial. I love all the French players they have. Zlatan is Zlatan, and Zlatan is coming back.
Wow, that's
Zlatan.
big.
That is big,
That's
actually.
massive.
Zlatan is back. Why can't? What is wrong? Would it just not be right for me to walk around repping Man U? And is it different to rep versus just being a fan? Like, Chelsea's my team. Like, that's the team I rock with. Somehow it was ingrained in me. Like, I need to support them. And we've had some tough fucking years. And even in the last, decade, we've still had some tough years. And we've had some, Champions League win years and some, whatever.
We bought everybody we had to. Great.
Why can't I just be a huge fan of Man U, who's now buying everybody up?
Because, again, it means nothing. Like, to go on the roller coaster, I'll tell you, I remember when we won our first trophy in, I think, 9 years. It was the first FA Cup against Hull. I remember being in...
Arsenal loves winning FA Cups.
Yeah, I'm so over FA Cups already. I'm over it.
The FA Cup shelf in the trophy cabinet is just...
It's popping.
It's stock full.
But it's like the smallest trophy ever.
Yes,
which is
the smallest
trophy. So dumb. Anyway, I remember... What bar is that... down in Santa Monica? It's Yale Kings.
Yale Kings, yeah.
Yeah.
They have one up here too, I think, in the Valley. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, so so I remember being in that bar. It was our first final since our move from Highbury. So that place was lit. Like there was nowhere to stand. Literally, there were like two sides of the bar, or of the bar, 2 rooms at least, playing, on big ass screens. When we scored the winning goal, it was actually Aaron Ramsey who scored the winner.
Fire.
I never felt so much joy and seen so much joy of other Arsenal fans from England, from Nigeria, elsewhere, like everybody jumping up and down, like in unison, beers being thrown everywhere, all over you, don't even care.
Those damn Arsenal bars.
Everyone saying like 9 fucking years,
9 years.
Dude, it was so much fun. It was so much fun,
Okay.
and those moments actually make it worth it, because otherwise you're always celebrating a new team winning, and it's like there's no
loyalty.
Yeah, there's nothing in that.
You got to have some kind of staunch loyalty. Yeah, you're right. I'm a fan of a lot of teams. I like Real Madrid.
Yeah, for sure.
I like,
you can like teams. You just can't be repping like every single team.
You can't rep the teams.
You can't rep the best teams each year and then say you've been a fan of them forever. When you haven't been.
So, and I think that's a good tip to like new fans. Find a team. I find some very bizarre people. Have you ever met like a Bournemouth fan or anything like that?
Like, I mean, they're like odd on. Like maybe I'll see them at like walking on the street or like a bar somewhere. It's like, oh, where are you from? I'm from. It's like, or what's your team? Oh, Norwich. It's like, oh, okay.
Norwich. What's your team? We love the Canary.
Yeah, the Canaries. Yeah, so it's like, okay, that's cool.
All right, great. Yeah, I had a coworker who was like a staunch Sunderland fan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? And I guess, I don't know, his dad, something, mm-hmm. And I've met Brits who are like, Leeds United. Like, I get that.
For sure.
There's some history to it, but I don't know. Anyway, let's roll all the way back real quick. Let's, I just, this wasn't even a huge point. I just wanted to bring up the France national lineup. And we're going to go from ESPN over Sky this time for 2017.
Plug.
Wow. Patrice Evra is on the team. No, they have 45 players on this lineup. Where can I find this? If anybody can please tell me where to find the lineup.
Alexa.
France latest call-ups. Alexa, what is France's national lineup for soccer?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Yeah, that was a stretch.
France's national lineup for soccer.
France's national call-ups. It's on Instagram somewhere. We're gonna look that up because I'm not gonna leave this.
Bro, it's right here. I have it.
I don't know. That's not. Is that up to date?
Yeah.
Varane's not on it. Varane got replaced by Zuma, didn't he? No, Zuma's hurt.
Oh, that might be something else.
Evra's on there. Yeah, I'm just so confused. Why can't? I know this was breaking. You know what? I'm gonna Instagram. Instagram is my friend, and we're gonna go. Before we.
Oh, I got it now. Yeah.
Oh, you got the latest and greatest?
Yeah. I mean,
tell me who you got.
So Griezmann, Locic, Perin, defender. Let's see, Mandanda, goalkeeper. Martial, Lemar, Blaise Matuidi.
Neymar, that's PSG.
Sorry, I said Lemar.
Oh, Lemar.
Lemar.
Lit. Okay.
Blaise Matuidi. Kevin Gamero from Sevilla.
No way. He's not with Mbappe and all the other strikers they got now. There's no way.
This might be off then, dude.
That's got to be off.
All right. I don't even
La Liste on Instagram. Straight from Equipe France. Thank God. We're going to go straight to La Liste.
Merci.
And merci beaucoup.
I'm not any French.
It's my language. That's the other reason I love France. I speak the language of France, the language of love. All right, hold on. They got a video.
This guy.
They have a video on there. All right, so we got to go. I'm going to read them off to you as the list. Right. Keepers. Areola, like we said. Hugo Lloris. and Steve Mandanda.
Okay.
Defenders. Luca Digne. Oh shit,
Jallet.
Christophe Jallet's on here. Oh, we gotta slow this down.
Koscielny, Kurt Zuma,
Sidibe, and Umtiti, and Varane.
Okay.
So I guess
midfield.
He didn't make it.
Conte.
Midfield, Conte,
Lemar,
Matuidi,
Pogba,
Rabiot, who's making his thing
Taruso.
at PSG. Yep.
Germany, Coleman,
Kingsley Coman, Fekir, who's playing well, Giroud, Griezmann, and Lacazette, and Mbappe. And Tovan, who's,
they're stacked, man.
France is stacked.
France is stacked for years, too.
France is stacked, and they're all young as hell.
What happened in France? They just turned up with all these great players.
Ballers.
Like, what happened? So, I don't get how England can have so much great talent and their young talent, it never translates into their own homegrown players becoming these top tier players. Like the last great player like that in England playing right now
as a top tier player.
No, I mean, so I think the last of that generation, I think was it Stevie G?
I mean, what about Wayne Rooney?
Rooney.
I mean,
yeah.
He seems like the latest of
okay.
And it's unfortunate because Rooney's a legend. Let's get that. Let's not get that twisted. When it goes legends, playing legends, what is it? Superstars and stars, and Pogba's a superstar. Wayne Rooney is a legend. Playing, living legend. Best top goal scorer in England. Top goal scorer for Man U.
Captain of both England and
Man U.
That's like if
Champions League winners. He's won almost every trophy.
Like he would, like in terms of like schooling and like, in terms of like bachelors, masters. He's like is like doctor.
Wayne Rooney's a PhD.
A PhD. He knows with honors forever. Like his resume stacks up to the best in England and probably in the world. I mean, really.
And now he's balling in Everton. Clearly not this weekend, but they had a tough cookie to face.
A tough 2 games.
Yeah, they had
a tough 2 away games.
A tough 2 away games. Yeah. Absolutely, they can't. Yeah, absolutely not. But yeah, Wayne Rooney's up there, but after that, I don't see much. And I think to answer your question on that, or you've already answered that question on that before to me. It's that they lionize their players when they're like 18 years old. Like Sterling was 18 when he popped on the scene. Shit, Neymar was like what, like 16, 17, 18 when he popped on the scene.
Sterling was younger when he popped.
Yeah.
So Sterling,
he was an immediate English superstar almost. No, this is a kid. Oxlade, same way almost. Oh, he's the son of, he's got history. He's this. Theo Walcott for sure popped up in some 16, Euro or some World Cup.
The FA Cup. I'm sorry. Yeah,
he popped up internationally, I thought, and then
no. So what happened was he got the winner, or he scored a goal against Chelsea in the FA Cup final, which Arsenal lost.
Fucking FA Cup again.
And then Sven-Göran Eriksson brought him up on the World Cup squad.
Yes,
which pissed everyone off.
But he balled, didn't he?
No.
He didn't ball that year?
He didn't even play.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and he's trash now.
Well, now he's just Theo Walcott.
On $100 and something grand a week and not putting in any work. So.
Putting in no work on $100,000 a week. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's just an English thing. They just bring their guys in. Their guys hit big young and they look very talented. And then they break into these big English teams and Arsenal at Chelsea. Daniel Sturridge.
Ross Barkley.
Ross, go to Spain, Ross Barkley. Go somewhere. Please go.
Somewhere like earn your keep. Like on I'd say like on a mid-level team.
Yes.
Because if you ball on that team, you'll obviously be looked at by all the English teams. And you can come back on a better team.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So.
Well,
Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere. Let's not go. Sturridge.
They're all in that same
Sturridge is still my favorite though. Sturridge seems to have been unfortunately injury ridden.
Yeah.
That's his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen a player just come back and immediately start balling every time he touches the
That's
field
true.
after injury. And even he played this past. No, he didn't play this past weekend. I think he played.
No, he did.
He played this weekend.
Yes, he scored. Oh.
No, that was it was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
That was He played and he scored and he balled and that's what you do coming back. And I don't know. I think Klopp can't get rid of him.
You can't.
Yeah, you just
can't.
and nobody's been able to. Nobody like AVB loved. People love him.
Yeah.
He must be great in the locker room. It's tough. I really loved those days with Sterling, Sturridge,
Suarez,
Suarez.
That was ill.
Jordan Ibe, whatever.
He was trash, bro.
Jordan Ibe
was such trash.
Jordan Ibe is one of those
right-footed player.
One-dimensional right-footed player who,
trash.
if Liverpool could implement the system they are now with these wing backs running up and down, Jordan Ibe would be a wing back, and then
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And Danny Rose would be on the other side, and you'd be fine.
You're right.
Who's Liverpool's right wing back right now? Let's go back to this Liverpool Arsenal
Danny
game.
Lovren's playing back there with Matip. It's either James Milner.
No, Moreno. Moreno or Chan.
No, it's Moreno.
Yeah, but
or
Milner's on
Milner.
the left and Moreno's on the right.
Opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But Milner's been coming in off the bench anyway. So who isn't Emery Chan?
He's playing
midfield that Khedira plays.
Yep. Dude, he is Khedira reincarnated.
He is Khedira reincarnated. He absolutely is. He's scoring goals right now.
Yeah.
He's doing. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. He looks like him. They look like brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're both Turkish.
Yeah, of Turkish descent, Germans.
Mm-hmm.
Which is huge. Like
they're literally the exact same player.
They're the same player.
If this was FIFA.
Yeah, interchangeable.
It's like, so there's this thing on FIFA when a player retires, their what is the term? It's like, their regen spawn. So it's like they are reincarnated back into the game, but as a younger player. But they ultimately get back to where they were.
As a younger no-name player, a younger player nobody knows.
Yeah.
And that's Emir Can.
That's Emre Can. but
it's just Khedira again.
But but it's happening in real life now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty weird to see.
Good for
I've never
him.
seen that before. So.
Good for him.
Here's your reminder. Figure out where Alphonse's areolist.
Oh, figure out where Alphonse Areola is from. We'll figure that later. Yeah, I'm off that.
We're off that.
I'm completely off that. Let's move away. First of all, let's move away from France. Hey,
Figure out where Alphonse's areolist.
hey Alexa, cancel reminder. Hey Alexa, stop reminder. Let's go back to let's move on to Spain real quick.
All right.
And I want to just quote something you said last week. And I've been a skeptic
for this.
About time. After finally we're done with Arsenal, we're gonna get on some talk. This guy over here told me that it is guaranteed that this season, Marco Asensio will absolutely be a starter on Real Madrid, and he will continue to ball out as he has been doing. And I don't remember saying he was trash.
I do. It was you and Jamil right over here.
Right over here on the couch
Jamil's
somewhere.
sister was cooking over here.
That's probably true.
We were watching Madrid play Man U in LA.
That sounds relatively accurate.
In the summer.
Yes.
And I sat right over here and I said, yo, this guy is the truth. Like, he is going to be like one of their best youth players. And I remember the both of you being like, oh yeah, I mean,
okay, so we didn't say he was trash. We were like, and that's what I was kind of leaning into. I wasn't fully sold. I am completely sold on him, and I'm not talking about the goals he's scored, those fantastic goals he scored. I'm talking about when Real Madrid was down 2-1 at the 70th or so minute. Asensio, and I guess Bale was either on the field or had just come off the field, but regardless, you need to be on the field. Cristiano's not on the field. You're what was he, a $90-something million player a couple of years ago? You need to be a star, or you need to get out. And I'll go back to Bale in a second. But Asensio stepped up, took that free kick. It looked like it was a training ground free kick. They got 10 guys in the wall basically, and he just hit it far post, and there was nothing he could do about it. But
But that first goal, though.
But the fact that he's scoring, though, the fact that he's showing up, I have to say, you're right. Time will tell if he can continue starting the rest of the rest of the season.
Time's been telling.
Time has been
He
telling.
Scored in the Champions League final.
He's scored on Barcelona. He's scored in the Champions League final. He's scored clutch goals. I absolutely, he's a baller. He's an absolute baller. What does this mean for Isco? What does this mean for Bale? I don't even really understand. Bale's absolutely gone?
If Bale's not, Bale will probably be gone next year.
Really?
I think so. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Interesting.
I would much rather play.
Where does Bale go? Anywhere? Is he still?
I can see Bale playing for Man U.
I don't want to hear Man U picking up another all-star talent player at all. I don't.
But I mean, it makes sense. Like Bale fits Mourinho's kind of like
mold. Yeah, absolutely.
Like a hard worker, runs
up and down.
Can play defense if he needs to.
Will Bale play defense at this point in his career? I don't know.
He's not playing much offense.
He's not playing much of anything really lately. He hasn't been on the field.
He's fucking playing like a true wingback or something because you're not doing anything at Real Madrid. Like there are players who are better than you on the bench. Like by far. Isco is light years ahead of you.
Yeah.
Asensio, light years ahead of you.
Who's Man U's left wing back right now?
I think they play the Italian guy, Matteo, or the Dutch guy.
Back four.
What's his name?
Blind.
Darmian. Or Blind.
Yeah, and Rojo will slot in there possibly.
Yeah. Luke Shaw's coming back.
Luke Shaw is around. Phil Jones is around.
Again, Luke Shaw, player who started off hot and then fell off.
Oh yeah, of course, English player.
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones was I started off hot player.
Well, he's balling now though.
Yeah, he is.
They have Phil Jones and
Smalling and
no, it's Phil Jones and the.
And you're talking about Bailly?
Yeah, Bailly. They're both physical center backs that just have a touch, that like to go forward and go for it. You're right. And they're very aggressive, and that fits Jose's mold. So
but there's a third, right? He's playing this 3-back kind of 5 system because Valencia's up there.
He's playing the right wing back.
Let's while I'm at it, just look up. Well, all right. Well, let's go back to Asensio in Madrid, really quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So Asensio's a baller. That's set in stone.
Yeah.
Bale's gone. Likely gone.
Bale is low key trash right now.
Bale's trash right now. Okay.
Right now.
Overall, he showed some signs, so we were getting kind of excited. Remember that?
We were dick riding. Remember?
We were dick riding him a little bit. I mean, we were dick riding Cristiano Ronaldo.
Pause.
We were just excited.
Yes.
Say, what you mean, we, nigga?
No, we for sure.
We for sure. Just pause on all of that. We're done with that. That was last week's episode. We're on this week's. Okay.
We're on this week.
All right, for sure.
What was it called? Something Fritz?
Snickle Fritz.
Snickle Fritz.
But that wasn't it. It was something else. We're trying to figure out what we've pre-named the title of this episode, but we've somehow forgotten it. But
yeah.
We digress. We'll come back to it.
Somehow, somewhere. Some word you say will spark
it. And it'll happen.
Some memory that I had from earlier today, like lunch, that somehow translates into my driving experience that somehow leads back to what we said for the title.
It'll all happen.
And that'll happen.
I
mean, that's how it works normally. I'm not sure the process. I might figure it out.
Hopefully, it'll just trigger. But we don't have much time, but it should trigger. It should trigger. Well, so what's the other rundowns of the week? We started with Usman. Dembele getting to Barca, so we've been
looking like trash.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, he's a baller still.
Gosh, he is a baller still. He'll be fine.
So if Man City really wants Sanchez, who is Pep going to not start? Aguero? De Jesus?
Sane.
He isn't even starting anyway.
Pep has. So the last lineup I saw Pep, and that was this weekend. Pep started Aguero and Jesus up top. Mm-hmm. He had what I believe, because he didn't even start Sterling, which is also very troubling. Mm-hmm. But I like it. It's like Pep going like, listen, I know you're a baller. I started you all last year, but I need something. Like, you need to do something. Shoot, please. No, I'm sorry, don't shoot. Well, figure out how to score.
He's definitely scored the last 2 games, though.
He scored the last 2 games off the bench.
Yeah.
He's definitely proving himself. Yeah. But, Pep. So, Man City lineup. Because which it's never bad to have like 4 good attacking players. Because even in the good old days of Arsenal, we had Henry, Bergkamp, Canu, and like Silva and Wiltord. So even our Arsenal fans, man, just want to attribute everything to their lives.
I'm just using an example. So your backup forward, like front line, should be, obviously not as lethal as your starting, but they should be able to put in a shift to for one of them to score a goal.
Yes, they should. These guys, the issue I'm having with these guys, they're not goal scorers per se. Jesus hasn't necessarily shown himself to be a goal scorer.
He's scoring goals.
He's scoring some goal. Man City's dragging teams. Like, the games he's scoring goals, they're dragging teams. Yeah. Aguero's scoring goals still too. De Bruyne's not really showing me as much as when De Bruyne first came to the squad. And remember, De Bruyne was on Chelsea and just couldn't fit. And that was a Jose De Bruyne thing. Yeah. I don't think that was him having any problem playing the game. Obviously, he can't. But when he came to Man City, it absolutely turned Man City into a fire team. And now Pep's here. He's got his squad. De Bruyne did really well last year. Yeah. But I'm not understanding where he fits.
Well, I think because Silva is playing like the prominent cam role now.
Yes. Which he's always been. I guess he was injured last year too, so De Bruyne filled in for that. Yeah. That's right.
But Silva's balling right now too.
Silva's balling. So, bald head Silva.
He looks so weird, bro.
What is he doing? He's trying to
I don't know why he lost the little rat hair look and went with the bald.
Yeah. Some people just need a difference, Yeah,
that's true.
Some people just need a change.
But it's cold in Manchester. Like, you're really going to go for a bald, like a big cut?
It's about to start getting cold. It's not quite cold yet. So maybe he's just going to let the fuzz grow up. I don't know. Those are neither here nor there. True. I just know that he's balling. So the lineup was Anderson in goal. And I'm forgetting why. What's going exactly?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
Yeah.
What's going on with Claudio Bravo and I don't know. Danilo in the back. Danilo coming from Madrid.
I think he's trash, bro.
I think he'll do well. He's fine.
He's like one-dimensional too. Like, I can't cross it. I'll go back. I'll pass the ball back.
You heard it from me first. Danilo will become the next Dani Alves. Heard it from me first.
Blasphemy.
Calling it there.
Proceed. Blasphemy.
Calling it there.
Blasphemy.
So Danilo, Vincent Kompany, Nicolas Otamendi in the back.
Okay.
As well as Mendy. So Danilo and Mendy are the two wing backs.
Yeah.
You got Fernandinho and Bernardo. That's the other thing. Bernardo Silva coming over
right
from
wing.
Yeah, Monaco. Right wing of Monaco, baller Monaco.
Ooh,
young Portuguese player.
Is that why Sterling didn't play? Yeah, probably.
Yes, but he's not playing on the wing, and the issue is, again, I'm always go to Instagram these days, guys. This is where we're going. This is actually Twitter, but Twitter, Instagram, that's all you need.
I always go to Instagram, but I'm on.
I always go to Instagram,
on Twitter though.
But I'm on Twitter,
Yeah.
But if I go to Instagram and then just type in Man City, Manchester, there it is. Man City. They're going to tell me what their lineups were versus Bournemouth. And
they're going to tell you.
Doesn't look like they're going to tell me.
Wow.
But again, false. Yeah, that was
false plug.
False plug. Go to Twitter, guys.
Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. But yeah, Man City, Danilo, Kompany, Otamendi, and Mendy.
Yeah.
Then you got Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne started.
So he probably played on the wing.
Aguero actually didn't start this game. It was Sterling, Jesus, and De Bruyne. I had to go back and watch that game.
Sterling, Jesus, De Bruyne. Okay.
So you got Jesus obviously up top.
Yep.
You got Silva at the cam. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking Bernardo stayed in the midfield with. We'll have to see, but I'm thinking Bernardo stayed in the midfield around Fernandinho and De Bruyne pushed up. Maybe I didn't watch that game this weekend. I gotta go watch that.
I think you watched the game.
I did not watch that game because I don't remember a damn thing about any of these players. And Mendy, time will tell, but.
Yeah, I don't know what they. I mean, I didn't really. Again, there's 9 Monaco players that got sold.
That just got sold. They just sell these players.
4 games of them. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows if they're any good?
Mendy was pretty good for Monaco.
I don't remember him kicking a ball.
Yeah.
No, not one pass.
I remember him getting a card. I do remember that. He's. I also remember him playing for France. Is where I really remember him. And one thing I do know is, and this is what I'm starting to see in a lot of these young players. They give no fucks. They will run up the field. They'll cross it. They'll dribble, and it looks like, and it makes them. They're balling.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive to see. I think Mendy needs to sharpen up on some things, but we'll see under Man City. We'll see.
Man, the brothers don't really have a good a touch out here.
I'm
these days,
saying, brothers just back to being fast and.
I mean, there's Paul Pogba who can do
anything,
whatever with the ball.
Yes, and doesn't get a chance because Paul Pogba's one of those players that if he is able to unlock. I swear to God, it's not like Xhaka where he has these skill sets and they're good, but can't do them all at once.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba does all of these consistently, but not all at once like Xhaka. But if he were unable to Super Saiyan himself into using his physicality, his offensive prowess, his goal scoring ability and shooting ability, and his box to box defensive mentality, and I mean, shoot, how can you do that all at once? You're tired. He's running up, and which is why again I think Jose's got it completely right.
Yeah.
Again, they pulled out a dub.
You know what's funny? This sidetrack or sidebar.
Yeah.
I forgot who you were talking about halfway through that.
You were like, who is he?
No, because I was watching the highlight behind you, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, I came back to what you were saying, and I was like,
I can't have all this stimulation around you. I got technology just blasting around you. You can't even.
It's ADD. I'm like, wait,
ADD. Again? It's also warm here in the valley. It's burning right now. It's like 92 degrees at 10 p.m. Paul Pogba, though. So I think his superstardom is absolutely warranted, not just because of his his personality, but he really does have that. And once he's able, and he unlocks little bits of it at a time in games. You've seen highlights. Go to YouTube, type in Paul Pogba if you haven't.
You know what's funny is I actually was watching the game and I thought about you. Pause.
Pause.
No, because late second half, they brought on Fellaini, and it had Matic and Fellaini, and then Pogba was playing in that cam, and I was like, he just went off. I was like, okay,
all the way off.
Okay,
yeah.
I feel as though that's how it should be anyway.
That is how it should be, and that was my point. Jose has done that now 3 games in a row. The first 3 games, he has taken 70th minute, almost like clockwork. On comes Fellaini. It was, whether it's 0-0, 2-0, on comes Fellaini. Pogba pushes up, and they just...
Shit happens.
And they just turn up. On comes Martial sometimes. Rashford maybe if he's not starting.
Rashford comes on and does something all the time.
Does amazing things. And it's just like, he really might just have it figured out. And I'm really going to be interested, as we were coming to a close here, Lukaku missed a penalty this weekend.
I mean, again, brothers with terrible touch.
Brothers with terrible
excuse me. Terrible touch, just through and through. When he's dribbling the ball, he's so big, it looks like he's going to fall over.
He does. Yet he keeps it somehow.
So him missing a penalty kick doesn't really surprise me.
Yes. Missed a penalty kick. I was wondering who would take it. I was actually excited when I saw him step up. He's your number 9. He's the one who should take it.
Sure.
And then he misses. I'm going to be really interested to see if what's going on with Zlatan and when he comes back, whether it's in a couple weeks after the international break. Is he ready? All of that.
You see the news articles that are like, the doctors are astonished by the fact that he was able to recover so quickly. His muscles are extra big, the ligaments are extra strong. He's a lion.
The god.
What?
You were merely born in this world.
It's like, bro, yeah, you can do.
I created this world.
Or it's like, bro, you can do some spinning karate kick all you want for Instagram, but let's see how you fare.
His Instagram is lit though.
It's
His
lit.
Instagram
It's
is lit.
lit.
He's got me thinking he's strong. I'm very curious.
For sure, but I mean, let's see how he's feeling on one of those cold, rainy nights.
On those cold, rainy nights.
And your knee is
likely those
up again.
cold, rainy FA Cup. Yep.
Yep.
We'll see.
On like a 3G pitch.
Absolutely. No bueno.
Zlatan.
No bueno.
Yo, that's better.
He's sitting there playing.
Play at Old Trafford only.
Play only at Old Trafford. Do not
or in
overexert
like
yourself.
major stadium that has like a great. Like,
I'm not gonna say that. Zlatan, you're the god. Make it happen.
Nah, Zlatan. We
Make
see
it happen.
We see it in football over here all the time, bro.
We see it. Football's
At your age, with your size,
with that injury you just had in March, April, May, whatever it was.
AP came back from a torn ACL and
AP.
almost broke the
And
rushing
beasted.
record. Yeah,
Almost.
there are those superhumans out there.
Yes.
So
yes, and I think he almost broke his own rushing record. I think he already surpassed OJ.
I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
But he definitely came back and almost broke the
AP came back running 2,000 miles, 2,000 yards.
No,
the next season.
I think for like 18 something.
Man,
Which, if you don't know football, America, that's a lot of running.
that's hella. That's
He
hella.
put in a lot of work, and after
Rushing for 1,800 yards I would say, is equivalent to scoring 23 goals in the Premier League.
No, it's like 30.
You think that's 30 goals in the Premier League?
Yeah.
But the highest goal scorer in the Premier League last year, wasn't that Costa? Scored like 26.
It was Kane.
Oh, it was Kane, and he ended up going off at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But he still had under 30.
Barely though.
Barely. All right. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. That is golden boot status, and that would be 30 goals.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Very true. All right, we have to wrap up here. Looking for some closing remarks. Who to look out for? Anything we missed about this weekend of soccer that was really good?
I mean,
anything you got on your mind?
How do you feel about your boys Chelsea?
Chelsea.
How do you feel about your striker?
Dog, Morata has always been the golden boy to me. The second Morata went to Juve, Morata knocked Real out of the Champions League twice. He was the golden boy, and I was really excited for him when he came back to Real Madrid, and I thought, all right, this is his chance, work his way into the lineup. And now seeing their lineup, he can really, he should be able to work his way in, but ended up coming here, and he didn't start. He didn't play well in preseason. We decided to go with Batshuayi, and Batshuayi didn't perform, even though he was scoring goals up and down in preseason. And Morata came on and scored, even in that loss, that ugly loss, the first game of the season. And now he's continuing to score, and he's continuing to produce. I'm fine with my striker right now. I never really liked Costa. He was just kind of a necessary evil. I think I'm waiting for Hazard to come back. I think we need some pieces that are, missing Hazard. We're just rotating Pedro and Willian. If Hazard and Ox Chamberlain are on the list, this is something different.
Counter-attack is going to be crazy.
Counter-attack's going to be crazy. Marcus Alonso already solidified his spot on the left. Solidified his spot on the left.
Yeah.
Carried us to victory.
Dude, he's 6'2".
6'2".
That's crazy.
Balling. Running up and down that. Balling. He is 6'2". That's crazy.
That's huge.
I'm actually very excited for... And our defense is Rudiger's actually proven to be good. He reminds me of how Bailly came in, but nowhere near as wild.
Bailly was wild, bro.
Yeah, Zuma's out on loan. He'll be back balling.
He's balling too,
but he's balling. Yeah,
for Stoke. Yeah, he's balling.
He's balling. I'm very excited about Chelsea right now. I think we need a couple more pieces offensively. We'll see.
Yeah,
but right now, Loic Remy. That's my last thing. Where is Loic Remy? Loic Remy. I was thinking about Chelsea strikers.
Crystal Palace, right?
Is he at Crystal still?
I think so.
I saw Crystal Palace play, and they looked abysmal, and it didn't make any sense.
You were all over them last year.
Oh, my God. They're still one of my favorite teams.
Yeah.
They're still absolutely one of my favorite teams. Offered route out of Chelsea, but only if free transfer is sanctioned. Are we gonna get rid of Lowe? So he's still at Chelsea, man, and he's not on loan. So it looks like he's just not
just running the pine.
It looks like it. He was at. You're right. He was at CP, Crystal Palace, and is now back on Chelsea, trying to figure out where his next move is going to go. So we have until Thursday. I mean, we have until Thursday to figure out these things.
I'll be refreshing my browser.
Refresh
every day.
Keep that browser on.
It's crazy. Sky, just real quick. Sky Sports has this whole like transfer deadline day, and it's like lit. Like the whole like theme is yellow, and like they have like a counter. They have reporters at like each the major football headquarters, like ready to announce something. So it's pretty legit.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like it's just online Sky Sports football. You know, transfer deadline counter. Shit.
Yeah. So
transfer deadline. Do we have any? Who is there anybody other than the Ox move possibility? Is there any other one that's just like why, what, who, what, when, where, why?
I mean, I think I see Arsenal going in for Draxler, whatever. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Again, Man City.
Why don't you care about that?
Because
we like Julian Draxler, don't we?
Yeah, for sure.
He's a
but
baller.
I mean, like,
and he is not playing at PSG, and it is frustrating.
Which is crazy.
Me.
That's right.
That is crazy.
That's right.
I honestly rate him over Di Maria.
100%.
I honestly
100%.
do. Di Maria, you're just not doing enough for me.
No.
But they bring on Pastore, they bring on, and they actually brought on Draxler. I watched the PSG game this weekend, just because it's just the Neymar show. And
he scored what, 2 goals? What do you get, 2 goals?
Who, Neymar? Yeah, Neymar had no, not this weekend. He had 2 goals last weekend. He had 2 assists this weekend.
You're right.
Yeah,
2 assists. Right.
Just out here playing that super number 10 role. The number 10 role he plays for Brazil and has played for Brazil.
False 10.
Just the give me the ball 10. Like he's playing the Kobe. He's just like give me the ball. ISO. Get out of the way. I'm turning up. I still don't
spread out.
Spread out. Just spread.
I need space.
And he just runs back to the defender and just goes like, just roll the ball to me. Roll the ball to me 2 feet away, and let me go turn up. And he does, and he's playing with these boys. Next week, I'm going to see how he plays this week, but next week I'd probably like to talk about if his clowning is warranted, if it's hurting the game. Neymar used to clown in Brazil, which is how we all watched him on YouTube, and I loved it. So I absolutely, we're gonna sign off now, but keep in mind, Neymar's absolute rainbowing, nutmegging debauchery that he's pulling off in Liga, is that necessary? Is that necessary to embarrass all of these boys?
And will he ultimately go down as a greater showman than Ronaldinho?
No. Ooh! I can't wait for that shit. We're starting that off. Write that down. 100%. We're starting off with that topic.
Next Monday.
All right, next Monday. Look out for it. Next, it's Labor Day.
Labor Day.
And in America, we don't work on Labor Day.
Yeah.
So next...
Might be in Catalina.
Turning up. I'll be in Cuba turning up, so I'll let you know how that is.
Word.
Next week.
Next week sometime. We got y'all.
That'll 100%. Be interesting. Anyway, this has been good.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. This is episode number 2.
Episode 2.
We're on a roll, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the season has to offer. Super excited about the transfer deadline.
100%. Thursday again.
We're on our way.
Yeah.
Thursday. Yeah. Look out for it. Sky Sports plug.
Free plug.
Sky Sports. Ooh.
Hey.
Oh. And you know what? I think I'm about to fade out on this song. See you next week, guys.
Guys. Peace.